All right, everyone, welcome back. This is part 2 of the June recap live stream. Had to end the first one a little bit early, unfortunately, but we're back for part 2 to finish off the second half of this recap. So, picking back up where we were last time, we did these little graphs, and then obviously how we did in the month of June. So next, we are on to just sort of my all-time financial history. Kind of a fun little fact here. I was able to dig these numbers up, and basically just shows where I was at the end of every single year, at least for what I have actual history for. I'm not really sure about the numbers before this. That's as far as I was back as I was able to find was 2017. But yeah, pretty interesting to just see how my net worth has grown over time. Started with $628, then to $3,000, $3,800, $10,000, and really 2020 was really where it started to growing. $10,000 to $32,000, 2022 to $76,000. That's when I did the Road to 50K series. You can go back and watch that on my channel if you want. There was in 2023 up to 111,000, and then from the end of there to where we are now, halfway through 2024, up to 131,000. Actually, that number is not right. Oh, I'm an idiot. I went the wrong way. I'm at 131,871. So that should be up like $200 or so. But yeah, up 20,000 on the year so far. That's really good. Last year I was up 35,000, so right now I'm on pace to beat that out by about $5,000. 2022 was my best year ever, $43,000, but we'll just see how it goes. But we're looking really good through the first half of this year so far. So now let's just do a quick second quarter review here. So just looking back at these last 3 months, April, May, and June. And for the passive income, it's been really good. As you can see, these numbers are the averages. Basically taking the average of 3 months, and then so for quarter 4, October, November, December of last year, my average was $344. For the first 3 months of this year, January, February, and March, my average was $411. And for the second quarter here, April, May, and June, my average has been $461.59. That's over $50 better than the first 3 months of the year. So we've been doing really good. It's pretty crazy to think how big of a jump that is. And hopefully I can keep it up here as we get into the second half of the year. So really good. Great job there these past 3 months. Just as you can see, these were the first 3 months of the year, and then these are the next 3. So huge jump, and just trying to keep that momentum going and keep this line moving up. As for the net worth, first quarter of the year up 16%, which was just absurd. A 3% month, and then 2 back-to-back 6% months. That was really crazy. Quarter 2 up 1.87%. Not the greatest, obviously. I went from $129,442 till today, $131,871. Obviously, this huge drop from April to May. That was kind of why this number is so low. Both because I did make a $5,800 retirement account payment. That, and I lost a bunch of other money from doing stupid crap. So really, if I was smarter, this could probably be more like 3-4%. But unfortunately, it's just going to be 1.87. So this quarter, still, we ended up positive by obviously 1.8%. So that's still good. Obviously, to have such a big drop, down about $7,000 in that first month, but to make it all up and more in the next 2 months has been really ridiculous, actually. I know that the Road to 50K series, that was a big accomplishment for me to achieve that goal. This is probably one of my more financial achievements that I'm really proud of. I really didn't think I was going to be positive at the end of this quarter, but to drop down like $7,000 in that first month, and then to make it all back plus another 1.8% in the following 2 months, I'm really surprising. I don't really know what to say. Just super happy about that, and just makes me actually wonder if I didn't make any payments or lose any of that money. I wonder what my total percentage would be, but I guess it'd actually probably be closer to it still wouldn't be anywhere near this, but actually it might be halfway close. I don't know, maybe like 10 or 11%, but regardless, at the end of the day, quarter two, obviously nowhere near as good as quarter one. I don't think I'll ever match these first 3 months ever again. That was just ridiculous. But quarter two, at the end of the day, we're still positive, and by almost 2%. So, I really think it should just be upwards from here. So that's that. And we're going to take a quick look, since we are halfway through the year now. Just a quick review of the first half, and just look at how things have gone here since January. The passive income, we've seen steady growth. Started at 412, and now we're at 460, and we've had an all-time high of 465. So things are still trending in the right direction for me. Obviously, things aren't going down. We've only had 2 negative, decreasing months this year, and I've really limited them to very small drops. So it's been really good. Obviously, when I started this year, I originally had a Road to 400 series, which was to get $400 in a month in passive income, and I've done it every single month this year, which has been insane. And we're just going to keep pushing these numbers higher. I think in the short term here, we're going to see what happens in the future, but for now, the first 6 months I've done better than I could have asked for, so very happy about that. As for the net worth, we're up 18.29%. That's really good. Over $20,000 on the year so far, over 6 months, and that's with this giant loss of a month in April. So again, this is just about as good as a situation as I could be in. Obviously, I could have shaved off like 2 or 3% on that loss, but that's really been my only real failure of a month. So I did learn a lot from that, and I'll be able to take that knowledge moving forward, so that hopefully in the future I don't make that same mistake again. But really, just an incredible first 6 months. Otherwise, 3.14% has been my worst positive month. I'd say 5 out of 6 months being positive is good. I don't think I should have to drop that big again this year. So hopefully, if I'm lucky, I can keep them all every month till the end of the year as positive, and hopefully with some decent numbers too. So like I said, the goal is $140,000 by the end of the year. That's 25%, and I'm already at 18.9%. So well over halfway there, but just got to keep it up. Obviously, anything can happen, but with this and the passive income, it's been really, really good through the first half of the year. And with that being said, let's finish this off. This June recap, this second quarter and first half of the year recap. Let's finish it off with some July estimates for this next month. So we've had an incredibly strong first quarter. Second quarter was very bad start, but really strong finish. So how do I think July and this third quarter is going to go? So starting off with the passive income, I'm projecting a massive drop here. 21%. I've projected massive drops 2 times before, and they've never really materialized. I even guessed a bit of a drop here, but that ended up being positive. But this one, I don't really see a way out of this one. Honestly, just kind of an unfortunate situation here. My one bank that I was getting 4.4% interest at cut their interest rate like in half. I'm getting like 1.98% now, so I moved all my money out of there into one of my other banks that gets me 4.11% at the moment. So 4.4% to 4.11% is a decent drop. So they'll lose me a little bit of money, but the one account that the 4.4% one that dropped to 1.98%, they paid out on the 25th of each month, whereas this bank that I moved my money into now pays out on the 11th. I mean, not the 11th, the 8th of each month. So I'll get paid on the 8th that interest for the month of July on July 8th. But my money hasn't been in there for a whole month. My money has only been in there for it will only be have been in there for like 2 weeks by the time July 8th comes around. So I'm only going to get about as half of what I should have. So, in my other account, I would at 4.4%, I'd get over $200. This time I'm probably only going to get a little over $100. So that's why it's going to be a big drop of right about $100. So just kind of unfortunate circumstances is really what's causing this drop. After this month, provided my other bank doesn't randomly change their interest rate, which I hope they shouldn't, but then we should see things sort of normalize back out. And I don't want to spoil too much because I don't want to get ahead of myself, but if my other bank that's giving me 4.11% right now does not change their interest rate in the month of August, we will definitely see an all-time high. And if it all works out perfectly, and there's a chance we could break 500 this year. I was really hoping to do it this month, July, but of course my bank had to drop their interest rate. So, August is definitely a possibility. It could happen. I'm getting, I moved a bunch of money from a CD that I had that ended in May that was getting me like 4.88%. I've got one now that's 5.45%. So I'm earning a lot more money on that. So expect a big drop for the month of July, but then August and September, I would think if everything goes right, it's going to be way up here. So hopefully that works out, but we're going to see a temporary drop here, unfortunately. So yeah, that's that. And the net worth, I went for a very sort of conservative estimate here, just 1.23%, which will put me to 19%, and $133,500, which is just under $2,000 worth of gain. I don't know. I've made some, I guess, riskier estimates as of late, but this one I went very conservative on. Ideally, I think I should be able to beat that. I'll probably end up crushing it, but that's just what I decided to go with for now. I did get out of some expenses this month that might carry over here into the month of July. So that's just a guess. I would like to at least get that, but odds are I will most likely beat that by probably a decent margin. But we'll just have to wait and see. Obviously, anything can happen, but that's the goal. But I'll probably end up with quite a bit more, I hope. But we'll just have to see. So that's gonna do it for this video. I guess the third quarter in general. I guess if I go back to here, what am I thinking for the third quarter? For the passive income, I think the average might drop a little potentially, but we should see some all-time highs hopefully here soon. I think obviously the month of July will be bad, but the month of August and maybe September might be up closer to the 500 range. So average might not beat out this number, but we should see some all-time highs again. So things will still be going good with that. As for the net worth, I think we'll still see some good growth, but I think we'll slow down a little bit. We probably won't see these big, up there close to 4%. This might be a little more normal. I'd say between 2 and 3% each month, I would think. Aside from the month of August, that's a month where I get paid 3 paychecks in that month, so that could be a good boost. But for maybe September, maybe June. For September and then like July, maybe I would say between 2 and 3%. Maybe we'll just have to wait and see. But I don't know. Hard to say, hard to predict the future. You never know. But first half of the year and things have gone great. We're just going to have to see how this next quarter goes, how this next month goes, and how the rest of this year goes. But it's been a good journey so far, and we're just going to keep on going and keep grinding away, and that'll be that. So thank you guys for watching this one, and I will see you all for the July recap probably next, unless I put out a different video before that. But thank you all for watching this one, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.